In the village of Umuchi, there was a popular church called Holy Light Ministry. The pastor of the church name is Pastor Moses. He was loved by many people. He was a tall man with a loud voice. He always preached about blessings and miracles. Every Sunday, the church was full of people. But Pastor Moses had a secret. He was not a true man of God. He did not care about the people. He only wanted money and power. He used the church to trick people and make himself rich. He told the people to bring money, goats, and even land to the church so that God would bless them. Many people believed him and gave him everything they had. One day, a poor widow named Mama Chika came to the church. She had only one son, Chika. She told the pastor that her son was sick. She begged him to pray for her son to get well. Pastor Moses smiled and said, "Bring 50,000 naira and a big white goat. Then I will pray, and your son will be healed." Mama Chika did not have that kind of money. She went home and cried. Her neighbor, an old man named Papa Oki, saw her and asked why she was crying. She told him what Pastor Moses said. Papa Oki shook his head. "That man is not a true pastor," he said. "I have heard bad things about him. Be careful." But Mama Chika was desperate. She borrowed money and bought a white goat. She took them to the church and gave them to Pastor Moses. The pastor prayed loudly and told her, "Go home. Your son will be healed by tomorrow." Mama Chika went home with hope in her heart. But the next morning, Chika was still sick. In fact, he was getting worse. She rushed back to the church, but the pastor refused to see her. His guards pushed her away. She cried and cried, but no one helped her. Meanwhile, a young man named Kolechi was watching everything. Kolechi was a strong, brave man. He had always suspected that Pastor Moses was a fraud. He decided to find out the truth. That night, Kolechi and his friend Obi sneaked into the church compound. They hid behind a tree and watched. Around midnight, they saw something shocking. Pastor Moses and 3 other men carried a big pot into a secret room behind the church. They were chanting strange words. Kolechi and Obi moved closer and peeped through the window. Inside the room, they saw something terrifying. There was a large altar with many red candles. There were pictures of some church members on the wall. In front of the altar, there was a black box filled with money and strange objects. Suddenly, they saw something worse. Inside another box, there were bones. Human bones. Kolechi's heart pounded. He now knew the truth. Pastor Moses was using the blood and bones of his church members to gain power and wealth. He was sacrificing them secretly. The next morning, Kolechi told Obi, "We must expose this evil man." But Obi was scared. "If we talk, he will kill us." Kolechi thought for a while, then said, "We will go to the king." That afternoon, they went to the palace and told the king everything they saw. The king was shocked. He called the village elders and the police. Together, they made a plan. That night, the king's guards and the police surrounded the church. They waited in silence. Just before midnight, they saw Pastor Moses and his men carrying another big pot into the secret room. The guards rushed in and caught them. The police searched the church and found more human bones and a book with names of people who had died mysteriously. The next morning, the whole village gathered at the palace. Everyone was talking about Pastor Moses' wickedness. Mama Chika was crying. She saw Chika's name in the evil book. The king stood up and said, "Pastor Moses, you have fooled us for too long. You are not a man of God. You are an evil man." The police took Pastor Moses and his men away. The whole village celebrated. They thanked Kolechi for his bravery. Mama Chika cried, but this time, there were tears of relief. She knew that justice had been served. From that day, people in Umuchi became more careful about who they trusted. The church was closed down, and a new, honest pastor was brought in. And Kolechi, the brave young man, became a hero in the village. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel.